So I have a movie review for you. It's for the 2021 fantasy epic The Green Knight. Did this film leave me red with rage, or did I enjoy it? Let's find out. So welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome to this here movie review for the movie The Green Knight. Yes, this film here was released on September 24th of 2021 with a 15 rating and a 2 hour and 10 minute runtime. It's a film that when it came out I saw the trailer of and it intrigued me, but I never got around to watching it until now. I watched it on Sunday afternoon, but I've had to take the time to digest this movie. I really have. The film is a fantasy retelling of the medieval story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. It's based upon the poem. Now this film here is written, directed by David Lowery, and he'd done a lot more stuff within the film himself, as in I think he may have cut it, produced it, all this. I don't know, he had so much involvement in this movie. It's like a passion project to the guy. It truly is. The story for this film is it's about a quest. Yes, Sir Gawain has to go on this quest to confront the Green Knight, the tester of men. And in his journey, in his trials, he comes across ghosts, ghouls, thieves and schemers and the like. Are they real? Are they not? Are they in his mind? Who knows what's going on? The film stars Dev Patel as Gawain. Dev Patel... he starred in Slumdog Millionaire. You may know him from that. Alicia Vikander as Essel. She played Tomb Raider in the remake film that didn't get a sequel. Then we had the cast followed up by Joel Edgerton as the Lord. Joel Edgerton you would know from Star Wars, the prequel trilogy, and he has been in Obi-Wan Kenobi recently. He is Luke Skywalker's uncle. Uncle Owen. The cast is followed up with other individuals like Sean Harris as the King and Ralph Arison as the Green Knight himself. Now, like I said, this film here, it's a film that I sat down, I got into, and it is this story about this knight, this Sir Gawain. There's the Round Table. They get a visit from this Green Knight who they get the opportunity to strike at him, and whatever blow they land on him, the knight that stepped up then a year later has to go and visit him and essentially fight him and receive the same sort of blow. So the head is chopped off of this knight, and a year later Dev Patel's Gawain has to go on this journey, this expedition across lands, coming in contact with all these other people, different sorts of people, different types of ghosts. Like I said, there's a bit with giants, but are they really there or aren't they? You have to watch the film. This was a difficult film to watch. Wow, was this a difficult film to watch? I nearly switched it off. Because I thought I'd have to do this in 2 parts. However, I sat through it. I got through it in the 1 part, and by the end of the film I was rewarded with this film that is visually rich, that is rich in storytelling, rich in character, themes of Catholicism versus paganism. The Green Knight himself is like the Green Man, man versus nature. These sort of themes are deconstructed and focused upon heavy within this movie. The film is shot beautifully. I've got to say that this is one of the most beautiful films that I've ever seen committed to screen. I mean, it looks astounding. Every single shot in this movie, from just the lighting down to the set design to the decoration, it looks fantastic. The interiors of places are dark and dreary, very, very dark, with just the minimalistic light coming through the tiny holes in the stone, in the castle stones that they have, for the light, very small. It gave you a real sense of being there, a real sense of sort of, no wonder it's called the Dark Ages. Dev Patel, fantastic in this movie, you know, spot on acting. Now, this film has been very divisive, you know. The audience score on this film is split 50-50, literally. And I can see why. I can see why, because this is a very difficult film to buy into. It really is. The critics' score is far better. This is because we have got a film here that is... It's wonderfully made, it's wonderfully crafted. Everything comes together, it all falls together. The soundtrack is haunting in this film. Not the kind of soundtrack or that I'd listen to outside of film. It's very hard to describe how the soundtrack for this film was handled, but it is just a haunting nightmare of a soundtrack, and I mean that in a really good way. In 4K, this film looked fantastic. Colours just pop off of the screen. This film takes its time with everything, and this is where audiences may have a problem with the film, because at 2 hours and 10 minutes it does feel its runtime. It doesn't get to where it needs to go fast. It takes its time. It takes its time with camera shots and all this sort of thing, and there's camera shots that just spin right the way around, and as it goes the scenery changes, and then it comes back again and it changes again, like the landscape, because of the seasons and this sort of thing. It's yeah, it's so well done, it's so well crafted. It is like a poem on the screen almost. Like I said, a very difficult watch, but by the time I got to the end of the film, and it gave me its conclusion, which is somewhat open-ended, it's somewhat left ambiguous for you as the viewer to kind of make up your mind as to what has happened, what has gone on. I've got my own thoughts on it, but I won't go into that sort of spoiler territory with it. However, it needs a good breakdown. This film needs another watch. This film needs a second watch. And I think upon a second watch, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know what it's about. I know what to expect. I know the speed. And I think that I could delve far deeper into the movie than what I did on my initial viewing. Hands down, a spectacularly looking film that inevitably you're either going to love or you're going to hate. And I can see both sides of this argument. Technically speaking, a fantastic masterpiece. However, what it gives you is not for general audiences. That's the problem with this film for most, would be for most. Not for general audiences. It's a difficult buy into. You have to be in the mood for this movie. However, like I said, I enjoyed it. I loved this. It was fantastic. And there we go. So have you seen this film? If you have, I'd really be interested in your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Let me know whether you liked this film, whether you didn't like the film. If you didn't, let me know the reasons why. Yeah, let's have a nice friendly conversation. While you're there, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then please consider doing so. Hit the subscribe button, come join the channel, like, share the video if you so wish. If not, no big deal. I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.